say you are, they fall for the man who sees them without needing them to explain. So if you're seeing these signs, don't second guesses them. Don't overthink or doubt yourself into an action. The worst thing a man can do with a woman who likes him is nothing. Be calm, be direct, be centered, ask her questions that go deeper. Match her subtle energy with honest confidence. Don't perform. Don't try to impress. Just reveal gently but firmly that you've noticed her noticing you. Because the truth is, most men walk through life emotionally blind. They miss the signs until it's too late. They look back and realize, me, I just didn't see it. But not you. You are no longer one of those men. You are part of the Stoic paradox, a man who leads with presence, awareness, and self-respect. And now I want you to do something bold. Drop a comment below and tell me, have you ever realized after the fact that a woman was secretly into you and you missed the signs? Let's talk about it. Because when men share, we grow. When we learn from what we missed, we gain vision we never had before. And if you found value in this video, hit that like button to support the message. Subscribe to Stoic Paradox for more brutally honest, emotionally sharp wisdom. And don't forget to turn on the bell so you never miss the quiet truths the world hides from most men until next time. Remember, these women are not puzzles to solve. They are mirrors, and how they respond to you always reflects how deeply you see yourself. Walk with strength, speak with calm, and lead with vision. This is Stoic Paradox, and you're becoming the man who doesn't chase because he attracts. See you in the next one. I like you isn't about verbal confession, it's about space. She creates space for you to step into, and she watches what you do with it. If you're not emotionally aware, you'll miss it. You'll brush it off as random behavior. But a stoic man, a grounded, present man, will notice the repetition. He'll notice that she always finds a way to be where he is, that she remembers what he says even when he didn't think it mattered, that she lingers a few seconds longer after a group conversation has ended. This isn't attention-seeking, it's validation-seeking. She's not trying to impress you. She's hoping you'll recognize her. A woman who secretly likes you is not loud about it. She doesn't chase. She positions herself in your emotional field. Like gravity, subtle, invisible, but undeniable. And if you don't act on it, she'll pull away. Not because she lost interest, but because she assumed you never had it in the first place. Sign number 2, she asks you questions that have nothing to do with logic, but everything to do with emotion. Listen carefully to the type of questions a woman asks you when a woman is just being polite or friendly. She sticks to surface-level curiosities. What do you do for work? Where are you from? Oh, have you watched that show on Netflix? But when she secretly likes you, the nature of her question shifts dramatically. Suddenly she's asking, what do you look for in a woman? What kind of music do you listen to when you're alone? Were you always like this, or did something happen that made you change? These are not random questions. These are emotional probes. They're designed to touch the inner world that most men never reveal, because she doesn't just want to know your facts. She wants to feel your depth. When a woman asks about your childhood, your passions, your pain, your philosophy, she's reaching, she's searching, she's trying to locate the parts of you that no one else gets access to. And why? Because feminine energy is drawn to mystery, but not the kind that hides, the kind that waits for the right person to unlock it. When she asks deeper, more reflective questions, what she's really saying is, I want to be that person. I want to know the you that no one else sees. But she won't say it directly. She'll let the questions carry the message. If you're wise enough to hear it, sign. Number 3, her energy drops when you talk about other women, even casually. This is one of the most subtle yet emotionally revealing signs that a woman is harboring quiet feelings for you. Her mood shifts when the subject of another woman enters the conversation. You might not even notice it the first time. Maybe you casually mention a female friend or a coworker or someone who complimented you at a coffee shop. Watch her carefully. Did her tone get slightly cooler? Did her smile stiffen just for a second? Did she change the subject or suddenly get distracted by something else that reaction? However, brief is not jealousy, it's emotional vulnerability in disguise, because when a woman is secretly into you, every mention of another woman feels like a reminder of what she hasn't said out loud. Yet, it's a sting. Not because she doesn't trust you, but because she fears someone else will take the chance. She's too afraid to act on. This isn't about control, it's about hope and hesitation. She's wondering if she's losing to someone who's more bold. She's wondering if you're emotionally available or already claimed. And sometimes, instead of reacting outwardly, she'll retreat. She'll text less. She'll become colder, more distant. Not because she lost interest, but because she's protecting herself from a heartbreak. She never gave herself permission to feel. But the truth is, her silence speaks her subtle mood, drops her brief moments of withdrawal, her quietness in the face of other women. All of these are loud signs. Loud to the man who knows how to listen. Let's reflect. The world doesn't reward the loudest man in the room. It rewards the man who notices what others miss. The man who doesn't chase validation because he's too grounded in his own and in the quiet dance of attraction. The woman who likes you most often says the least she won't confess it outright. She won't send you paragraphs explaining how often she thinks about you. She won't lay her heart bare on the table. Instead, she'll offer breadcrumbs. Little signs, small moments, subtle shifts in energy and tone, a glance that lingers, a question that goes deeper than surface conversation. A sudden silence when another woman's name is mentioned. These aren't random behaviours. They're whispers of emotional risk. She's signalling you, but she's not screaming, because she's waiting to see if you're the kind of man who pays attention. And that right there is the brutal truth about attraction. Women don't fall for who you. Have you ever caught her staring at you from across the room, only to look away the second your eyes meet? Have you ever been in a conversation with her heart racing, mind spinning, because you swear there was something more in the way she smiled, the way she leaned in just a little too close, but then you think, nah, I'm imagining this, she's just being friendly. Let me tell you something most men will never hear in their entire lives. A woman who truly likes you will never say it out loud first. Not because she's playing games and not because she wants to confuse you, but because for her attraction is a feeling, not a confession. It's in the glances she steals when she thinks you're not looking. It's in the tone of her voice when she says your name just a little softer than she says anyone else's. It's in how she lingers at the end of a conversation, even when there's nothing left to say. And here's the brutal truth. Most men completely miss these signs. They overthink, overanalyze, and talk themselves out of what's right in front of them because they've been conditioned to believe women are either cold, uninterested, or just naturally friendly. But what if I told you there are 3 clear, universal, deeply psychological signs that a woman cannot hide when she likes you? No matter how well she masks her feelings, no matter how guarded she tries to be, these signs leak out like emotional fingerprints. And if you can read them, you'll never second-guess yourself again. You'll know with clarity, with certainty, with confidence that she's not just into the idea of you. She's emotionally pulled toward you. So if you're tired of guessing, if you've ever walked away from a moment thinking, I should have said something, I think she liked me, this video is for you. Let's decode the mystery. Once and for all, there's something powerful, almost haunting, about the silence between a man and a woman. When attraction is present but unspoken, it's a language without words, a conversation that unfolds in the space between what's said and what's left unsaid. You see, modern dating culture has taught us to look for words, texts, compliments, declarations. But a woman who is truly drawn to you doesn't reveal her interest the way a man does. She doesn't say, "I like you." With her lips, she says it. With her eyes, with her energy, with her patterns of behavior that feel small in the moment, but speak volumes if you're paying attention. And here's what's most fascinating. These patterns are not accidental. They're rooted in psychology, biology, and centuries of evolved female intuition. When a woman is emotionally pulled toward a man, her body and subconscious mind react in ways even she doesn't fully realize. It's not scripted, it's instinctual. But most men, they never notice because they're either too distracted by the noise of doubt and insecurity or too afraid to believe it's real. They convince themselves she's just being polite. She probably acts like this with everyone or worse. If she really liked me, she'd tell me. But here's the Stoic truth. The truth few are willing to accept. Real feminine interest is quiet, but it's persistent. It repeats, it returns, it lingers. It's not found in grand romantic gestures. It's hidden in the recurring pattern she shows around you, the way she remembers little details, the way she gives you her time without needing a reason, the way she subtly orbits your presence, like she's waiting for you to notice, waiting for you to finally see what's been right in front of you all along. And that's where most men fall short. Not because they aren't attractive or capable or worthy, but because they don't know what to look for. They've never been taught how to decode the signs of a woman's genuine emotional pull. And that's exactly what this video will change. By the end of this, you won't be wondering anymore. You'll know you'll walk into any room, interact with any woman, and you'll recognize it. The subtle signals, the unmistakable shifts, the hidden clues. Because today, we're not just talking about attraction. We're peeling back the layers of feminine psychology and revealing the 3 core signs a woman always shows when she genuinely, deeply, secretly likes you. Let's begin sign number 1. She creates moments for you to notice her without saying a word. Let's begin with one of the most silent yet powerful signs of feminine interest. She creates proximity and opportunity and then pretends it's a coincidence. This is not an accident. She doesn't just happen to pass by you twice in the same hallway. She doesn't just casually show up near where you usually sit. She doesn't just randomly send a meme a song or a reel at 11:37 p.m. All of these are what I call micro-invitations. They're low-risk, low-effort ways of seeing if you'll pick up the signal because, for her saying,